Hey, welcome back. In this episode of Team Axle Stands, we get the engine out, the old engine out, and get the engine bay prepared for this now. You're wondering why it's already in there? Because I forgot to film an intro and outro. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing today. I'll also show you how to change over a fuel tank, put a F5 fuel tank in. So let's go. So off camera I have removed pretty much everything off the engine. So we're going to try and drop this out at the bottom of the car. I've got the power steering off, I've got the air conditioning off, so we're going to drop it onto a dolly and then hopefully pull it through the side of the car. So the plan of attack is to drop that down onto the dolly, which is really close, so we should be right now. We'll undo that and then we'll jack it up and then hopefully fit it out of this side here. I think we're on the roller, so we should be able to just jack this up and then hopefully squeeze it through. So that's how we're looking. We're going to have to go up a bit more, and the only problem is the jack is kind of coming towards the engine down there. Might put some car stands under and then jack it up a bit more. So success. That's how high we had to have it jacked up, so fairly high, but we got the old engine out. So yeah, definitely not too bad coming from underneath, and you don't need any special tools except for a big jack, and you could probably make do with a smaller jack. Let's get it back down and on the axle stands again. It's a bit dodgy up like this high. Alrighty, so just going to give it a quick degrease. First things I'm doing is getting rid of this mount here for K series. You don't want the this mount on this side. So what I've got is spot weld remover, which I got from eBay pretty cheap, and we're just removing all the spot welds on this. So it could take a while, and I'm not going to bore you with that. So I'll come back once kind of done with that. So after quite a bit of fighting, looks like we're pretty close. There's one, I don't know if you can see that one there, is impossible to get to with this this style. So I'm just going to try and wiggle it off. Hopefully we can weaken that. There we go. There we go. So I've cleaned it up a bit. we're just going to put some etch primer on it and then maybe try and fill some of those little holes in with a bit of filler. So you'll hit it with this and then we'll see how we go. What I've done is just put a bit of bog or Bondo on there, and we'll just sand it back and then try and get a reasonably smooth finish. I'm not going for any show car or anything, but just get rid of the little nicks that I did with the tool for getting rid of the spot welds. Alrighty, so we've done a bit of prep to the engine bay. We've got this side mount on. I'll give it a quick coat of paint, not exactly the same colour, but don't think anyone will notice. Got the rear mount on. I've looped the power steering rack and I used the existing pipes here, and this loop sits in this corner over here, so I used that loop and flared the ends so it fitted kind of better. Yeah, so I've got a clutch line that's roughly in the right spot, so I think we're ready to chuck this engine in. Around on the ground outside, I'm just going to undo the wiring for the fuel tank. Because mine is a carbed Civic, there's only wiring here. If you're swapping out a fuel tank on an EFI one, you'll also have to undo the lines that will be under the seat here. So there's just one 10mm bolt, which I'm undoing now, which is slightly on the side. And once you undo that, you can take the seat away. So I'll come back once I've done that. So the random stuff that you find under a seat. We got a hair roller, some bottle caps, coins. Oh, they're stuck in there. Looks like whatever they're called, the nursing or the medical scissor things. Random stuff. But anyway, we're here for this, so we'll undo this and we'll unplug the wires, undo the 4 screws and remove the cover. See a very messy, dirty top of the tank, and what we need to do is just undo this wiring here like that, so now there's nothing else attached from the top, so we can start working under the car. If you have EFI, there'll be another feed and return line that you'll need to undo here. So this is the tank that I removed. So basically you have 3 hoses over here. You have the filler neck and a breather, and then just 2 straps, and it drops out. It was really hard for me to film, but what we're doing is we're going from that one to this one, which is an EFI tank. Now the interesting bit is this one's out of a sedan and it's out of the next model up, the EK sedan, so it looks like it'll fit. So if this fits, it's a good option for all of you people out there needing to EFI your EG or replace your tank. Alrighty, so we've got the tank in, we've got the feed line and the return line plumbed into the original lines. I had to use the vent line as a return because for some reason in this car the vent line was bigger than the return line, so I swapped them over. And now I've just got to plug in the fuel pump and the fuel sender, which I've wired in through the grommet already. So I'll do that and then the fuel tank should be ready to go. So we've got all the original boots and everything. It's really hard to do one-handed, but so we can put all the boots and everything back on, make it look pretty factory. These lines run up to the front where the original relay is, and the ground of the fuel pump runs under the seat like it is factory as well. So I think that's pretty much the fuel tank wrapped up. Thanks for joining us. If you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, ding the bell, do all the usual stuff that everyone asks you to do, but it does help the channel, so thanks.